So I tried to reschedule this, but it's been a bit weird. So I guess we're just gonna go live now. Okay. Screw it. Uh, I don't even know if I am rescheduled. I might not be. I wish I knew. Brian Will, what's happening, man? Good day to you too, my friend. Now I'm just gonna give spend a few minutes, I suppose, just blabbing on. Just to give time for people to come into the stream, I guess. I'm hoping that this has been done right because, like I said before, I tried to schedule the live stream so that it would happen at a certain time, but I'm not that clever when it comes to stuff like this, So forget it. We'll just go live. Not bad. Just learning about tire frags. You familiar? I want to get one at least. Brian Will. Wow, Toya Frags. Yeah, absolutely love Andy Toya. Amazing man, amazing artist. He's made amazing fragrances. Absolutely love Lair the Desert Mannequin. That fragrance blew me away. I just remember the first time smelling that, I was like, wow. Wow. It's like really spicy and like just incense and oud. Of course, a lot of niche scents have that oud in them, but this one's just, it's amazing. Like, it's definitely up there. What's up, Centralize? How you doing? It's really good to see some familiar names in here. The desert is one of the main ones I hear about. Heard the blending is magical. Yeah, it is, like, because like the whole marketing for that fragrance is like it's supposed to be aimed at the desert, sort of that Arabian theme, with just it's an amazing theme. The whole night themed with the desert and that, love it. And when you smell it, you definitely do get that. It transports you straight back there. Well, not necessarily back there, but it takes you to that place. Even if you've never been, it's quite clever. Perfumes are bloody magical, man. Bloody powerful. That's what I was meaning to say. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please. Sorry, guys. I had a bit of a problem there with signal and whatnot. Hope you guys are still with me. My scent of the day, actually, guys. You may have seen it from, well, I made it as the thumbnail. Scent of the day has been Versace Eros, and it is my scent of the night too. I just love this juice. Hello, Emily. How you doing, darling? That's my niece. Brian Will. Wow, love that. The Toya site isn't shipping to USA due to Corona. They recommend Lucky Sense double. They recommend Lucky Sense double the price. Wow. Yeah, this coronavirus is really taken over. It's really taken over the world. I'm doing a live stream at the moment. Sorry, guys. That the reason why it went off is because my mom was calling me, and yeah. Basically, that seems to be happening a lot with the coronavirus recently. It seems to be getting in the way of a lot of stuff going on. It's a real shame, but I do hope you get your hands on it, my friend. It's an amazing fragrance. It really is. Oh, I love you too, Emily, darling. I love you too. So, by the way, guys, my wonderful nieces and nephews are on YouTube now. God love them. Uh, I am so proud of them. They're my amazing little family, and basically, there's a lot of stuff's happened in my life since I wasn't on YouTube. A lot of stuff. I don't. I'm not gonna go straight into it, but a lot of stuff that has gone on is it's been very very bad. Basically, it's been terrible. And I haven't. And there was a period in my life where I didn't see my family. I didn't see my nieces and my nephews due to this problem. I will probably go into the reason for that in maybe another live stream eventually. But sorry, I just have to smell arrows there. Uh, yeah, they're amazing. They're my talented nieces and nephews. My nephew Jack. Well, he is my Jack. He's awesome, and he has his own YouTube channel, guys, called Ghost Clips. If you guys are into that sort of stuff of like gaming and whatnot, I just thought I'd give him a little shout out because he's been saying to me for a while, Matt, would you give us a shout out? I'm like, yeah, of course I will, man, because it's during these times, I think a lot of people are just trying to find hobbies and whatnot, and um, but I've watched a lot of my nieces and my nephews' videos, and they're very entertaining videos. So I would highly recommend, guys, that you guys check out Ghost Clips. Uh, it's a really good channel. Like I'm really proud of my nephew for doing this. He's really into his Fortnite and whatnot. So if you guys want to go over and give him a little follow, I'm sure he'd be absolutely over the moon with that. Like, he's just really into his gaming and whatnot. So give the lad a follow. You know, he's awesome. But yeah, and it's the same with my niece. As you guys can see, my niece is on here as well. Her and my nephew Jack are twins, and Emily's YouTube channel is a little bit different. Emily's channel. Well, first of all, I love Emily's channel. I'm going to go to Emily's channel right now. I can see a lot of really good stuff happening with Emily and her channel. Same with Jack's as well, in all fairness. But yeah, I just wanted to give them little shout outs. Why the hell not? So Emily's like, she's the one thing about my niece is she loves to talk. She's a massive talker, but you really, she's once Emily gets talking and you really listen to her, she's actually very, very, very intelligent. And her channel is simply known as this. I'm going to show you guys right now. And then after that, I'm going to show you guys some of my fragrances. This is my niece Emily. The channel is Emily Jane XO. And she makes some great videos, like I said. She's been talking about the COVID-19, and she talks a lot about her makeup and whatnot. She's really, really ambitious. So if you guys can go and give her a follow, I'm sure she would really appreciate that. And like I said, I'm so proud of my family, and I'm so happy to see that they're on YouTube and doing what they love doing, and it's fantastic. But like I said, I will go into a bit more as to why I didn't see my family for a long period of time in another live stream. So, yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for going over there and subscribing. It really means a lot. Thank you. I'm just going to scroll up and look at the comments now. So Brian Will, from talking about the Leda Desert Mannequin, you said, yes, I think it's next on the niche side. I have to agree, mate. It's fantastic. It really is an amazing fragrance. If you can get it, I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. The Last Hokage. I hope I pronounced the name right. Forgive me if I haven't. Ambrose, stay strong. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you so much, dude. What's their YouTube channel? Centralize, you're awesome. So they're actually in this chat right now. So I'm sure that they'll pop up a few times. My niece Emily and my nephew Jack. Yeah, that's life, but hope things are better. Yeah, me too, Brian. Me too, mate. Daniel, what's up? Dude. Gaming, nice. Sub to him. Thank you, Sensualize. God, I just need to keep scrolling down here so I know what people are saying. Don't overlook BDC. Edit, y'all. I know. Thank you. Hi, Maddie. It's Mark. On my mum's YouTube channel. Hey, Mark. What's up, buddy? Thanks. Any info on the new L'Homme Golan Extreme? Wow. I haven't actually tried it. Once this whole virus has pretty much pissed off, excuse my French, because honestly, it's getting to me that much. It's really affecting me because I can't go out and smell fragrance and I can't see any of the new stuff. I never did that in the past, but it's been something that I've wanted to do since this virus, you know? I guess you take things in life for granted, you know? But I would love to try the new L'Homme Golan Extreme. Oh, wait a minute. I think I've just realized. Is that the one with cinnamon in it? The cinnamon and the almond? If it is, please let me know, because I think I did look it up and I was really intrigued by it. Top 10 best Sauvages. Hello. Did you try L'Ordre for Men? I've tried it. It's really hard to get a hold of. You can only seem to find it in like really, like, well, you can get it from places that are like not exactly cheap. For example, you can get it only in Phoenix here in the UK. You can't get it anywhere else. So when it comes to any sort of shops like the perfume shop or the fragrance shop or Boots or Superdrug, anywhere like that in the UK, you'll not find you'll not find L'Ordre for Men, which is a shame because I remember when I tried it, I loved it. I loved the citrus in it. I thought it was a great classic type of scent. You look good and happy. I like that. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I'm feeling great, man. Like, obviously, apart from the pandemic, I'm feeling much better than I've felt in a long time. Thank you very much. Mark over at Aussie Fragrance reviewed it. It has chili in it. Oh, wow. So I'm thinking of a different fragrance. Wow, that sounds good. I mean, I haven't experienced a lot of fragrances with chili in. I mean, the only fragrance that I have experienced with chili is Givenchy's Xerius Rouge, which I love. That has I forget the name of the type of pepper that's in it, but it is a type of chili pepper, I think. That I love. That is an awesome fragrance. It isn't out yet, but coming. Brian Will says. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I should look that up then. I should definitely look that up and see what I think. Michael Fragment, where have you been? What happened, my friend? Well, that's a good question. A lot has happened, basically. I just took a break, I think, mainly. I didn't really explain this in my last YouTube live stream, but I think I just wanted to take a break. I was getting so many stupid comments from people saying so much stupid crap to the point where I was just like, you know, I don't know if I can continue this. And half the stuff that people were saying was like it was some of the most obscure stuff. Like, when are you gonna review a bottle of Aventus? And I'm like, well, I'll review it when I can afford a bottle of it. You know what I mean? I'll review it when I can at least, you know, have enough intelligence about it to put on a review about it. Because I'm not just gonna, you know, that really annoys me. People always used to say crap about like, well, you talk too much in your videos. You know, you don't get to the point. Well, you know, we all have our own styles. We all talk differently. We all have our own personas. You know what I mean? That comes forward when, at the end of the day, we all have our own review styles. And with me, I just like to go in a bit of depth. And I always said that in a lot of my videos. There was a lot of times where I did videos and I would just say, you know what, I'm sorry for talking too much. Let's finally talk about the smell and whatnot. But no, people just loved to push that a bit further. They just always used to say, God, you talk too much. Like, you're a bore. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, just whatever. If you don't like me, unsubscribe to my channel, you know? Which is why the people in here right now, like, I know who my loyal people are. I know who my loyal subscribers are. I know who enjoys watching me. I know who enjoys watching my channel and whatnot. I know who the idiots are. You know what I mean? It doesn't take being a detective to figure that out. All it takes is to acknowledge who's showing the respect to you and who isn't. And I know who. And like, that's something that's been getting me for a while. And I'm trying not to like let it affect me too much. But yeah, back to comments. Has anyone tried Bulgari Eau de Noir black tea? I haven't actually tried that. And that comment came from top 10 best Savages. I haven't tried that, but in all honesty, I haven't actually tried a lot of tea-based scents. A lot of the scents that I've tried are just like I love anything different. You know what I mean? Like I love anything different, and tea stands out amongst being one of those notes that is different, in my opinion. I think the new CK1 Summer has a tea note in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it does. I still need to get my nose on that as well. But in terms of the Bulgaria Eau de Noir, no, never tried that, but hopefully I will. Wait a minute. Ah, doesn't matter. We need another Aventus review. Another Aventus review will come when I get a bottle of it. I don't really want to review a sample of it because, like, I understand it's very. I can see why people review samples of scents when they are too expensive, but sometimes it's for the sake of the review and for the reviewer, as you are the reviewer, me, it feels good to actually have a bottle of that scent as opposed to just having a sample. You know, because when you hold a bottle of a fragrance, you're getting everything with it. You're not just getting the smell, you're getting the way it feels. You've got the theme there in your hand, you know? You can smell it from the cap. It's all there. It just I love that side of it. I used to have a lot of samples, as you guys know. I got a lot of samples sent from so many kind people on YouTube, which I was very, very grateful for. Very, very grateful for. But a lot of those samples started to dry out after a while, which was a real shame. Which is why I couldn't get to hardly reviewing any of them. I got so many amazing scents, niche fragrances mainly from a very kind man named Jacques De Vries, who is actually a subscriber on my channel. I don't know if he's still on, but a lot of other people have been so kind in sending me stuff. I'm going to make a video on this basically where I just go through what everyone has done for me and just to show that gratitude, you know, because it's there. Like whenever I think about it, it leaves this warm feeling in my stomach. It's like, you know, humanity's not dead. There's still good people out there, you know. So that's nice. That's a nice feeling. Uh, but in terms of those samples, yeah, they died and they just died off. First time I was trolled, it knocked me for six. Centralized. Yet if someone had said to me before I started, I would have laughed it off. Yeah, I know. I know it's a lot of the stuff I say is not really new. You know what I mean? Which is why, I mean, I've watched a lot of people on YouTube. And a lot of people have said the same thing. You know, they're like, well, I'm fed up with the comments. I'm fed up with all this and that. Well, and then at the end of the day, if you want to be on YouTube, you got to expect that sort of stuff. You sign up for that, you get it, I accept that. You know what I mean? I accept that fully. I'm getting to the point now where I'm slowly really not caring right now what people think. So negatively, I always care about what people have to say, but when it comes to stuff that doesn't make sense and when it comes to idiotic comments, I want nothing to do with it. I'm like, bye, fuck you, basically. Um, and does that make me not human to react like that? No. Yet people just seem to have a problem with that, you know? At the end of the day, I'm just a normal person like all of you, you know? I would highly recommend each and every one of you right now start a YouTube channel or start a YouTube channel and just talk about what you love, because that's all it is I do. You know, I don't want to come with an attitude. I don't want to come with an ego. I don't want to come with any bullshit like that. I just want to come with my passion, and that's simply fragrance. So you're nearly at 4,000 subscribers. I know it feels fucking amazing, to be honest, because it's been a long journey. Something very comforting in T notes. I have to agree. I have to agree. There's something very comforting about it. So mad I never copped Gucci Pour Homme. Oh, I know, I know. I was working in retail at the time, and I remember seeing Gucci Pour Homme on the shelves. You know, the amber colored juice. Not Gucci Pour Homme 2, the original Gucci Pour Homme, the one that you're talking about, my friend. Uh, that is an amazing juice. Absolutely loved it. That and Armani Attitude. I remember those two fragrances very well from when I worked in retail, and I'm so sad that that one's off the shelves as well, because Armani Attitude was a gem, an absolute gem. When's your review for Versace Eros Flame? Interesting. I've smelled it once. I liked it. I thought it was nuclear. I thought it was great quality. I thought it was very similar to the original Eros, which is why I haven't purchased it. But I have actually been purchased. I've actually thought about purchasing it, just for the sake of the bottle, because the bottle of it's gorgeous. I mean, this bottle design's beautiful for Eros, but the flame version's gorgeous because it's the same design, but it's red. And yeah, that would be very nice to own, maybe someday. I'll probably get a bottle of it when I can, once this virus all goes. I don't own it at the minute, my friend. Carnal Flores, scent of the day, Balenciaga Pour Homme. Yes. Yes. I hope you enjoy. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, Emily, darling. You too. Top 10 best Savages says, scent of the day is Guerlain Eclins Mythique. My French is terrible, forgive me. Excuse me. It says here it's really buttery. Sometimes it reminds me of a beautiful woman, but sometimes I think it's the best thing I ever sniffed. Wow. So is it marketed for women, basically? I don't want to say is it a feminine scent, but is it a, because I don't agree with that term. Is it marketed towards women? Because, you know, I wear perfumes. I wear women's marketed fragrances, and I think they're fantastic. Sometimes I think they're more masculine than they are feminine. Michael Fragment says, I see you have 2 Halston Z fragrances behind you, man. What is the performance like? Is it worth buying? Also, how is the music coming along? Thank you, Michael Fragment. That's a great question. A few questions there. 2, actually. Those 2 Halston bottles that you can see on my shelf there, one is Z14 and the other one's 112. They both have the same bottle design, just different fragrances, basically. Z14 is a citrusy, sort of leathery, pine, cinnamon kind of scent, whereas 112 is very much a oak moss green sort of fragrance. Both amazing scents, both amazing longevity and performance as well, in my opinion, and they're both really cheap. So proud. Sorry for the cringe. I still have a 3.4 ounce of Gucci Pour Homme 1. Oh. I feel very happy for you, my friend, because you have a great scent there. I have an empty bottle of Armani Attitude. So good. Somewhat synthetic. Yeah, it is. But it has that sort of scent that just makes you think, wow, you know? There's a lot of synthetic fragrances like that, but at the same time, I'm like, wow, that's good. You know? I'm like that with Zara Wanted by Night. That's very synthetic. But I love the smell of it. I love the smell of it. My wife had a couple of... Oh, hang on. Have you got... Sorry, I'm reading these in completely wrong order here. X-ray players. Night Flight is my favorite. That's my little brother there, guys. Yes, he likes Yope Night Flight. Discontinued now, sadly, so I need to go easy on that spray. Cuba Gold, good chippy. I've smelled Cuba Gold. I smelled it in a Tesla store when I was in the States, and it smells really good. I would recommend it. May not have the best performance, but in terms of the price that you get for it, I would recommend it. It's the same with all of the Cuba fragrances, basically. You're not getting quality, you're getting a decent fragrance for the price, you know? Have you got any Middle Eastern fragrances? I don't own a lot, but I have the only one that I do have. It's kind of embarrassing to say this because so many people. It's not embarrassing, but so many people have Middle Eastern scents in their collection, which I think is awesome because they're so inexpensive yet they're amazing scents. The only fragrance I've got is Derej Poram by Rasasi, or Rasasi, I should say, and that's a lovely scent. So there's that, and I've basically just got a lot of Al Rahab oils. So in terms of Middle Eastern scents, I don't own a lot, but I hope to someday own a lot more because the world of Middle Eastern fragrances in general is like it's a different genre of fragrance altogether. You know, my wife had a couple of years ago a fantastic tea fragrance, Givenchy Eau de Mange Le Secret. Eau de Mon Le Secret. Yeah, I've smelled the original Eau de Mon, and that's incredible. But if that is a flanker, then that sounds good. That sounds really nice on Andre. Uh, very nice. Very, very nice. Top 10 best of artists. It's unisex. Basically a cream, salty, amber green note. And you're talking about forgive me, you're talking about the Guerlain Ecrans Mythique, right? The buttery fragrance. Interesting. I'll have to check that one out. Rob Ripper, what's up, man? Hey, Matt, how's it been? Still making music? I've been on some synthwave lately. Oh, good choice. Yeah, somebody else asked me about the music too, and I completely forgot. I'm so sorry, my friend. Um, yeah, and that was Michael Fragment. I'm so sorry, Michael. So this goes to you and to you, my friend. Yeah, the music's been kind of slow, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I've been creating music, but I haven't actually been creating any. It's been hard because whenever I get an idea, I spend like a maximum of 10 minutes and then I just stop. And the reason for that is I just lose inspiration really easily. And I think the reason for that is because I think it's because of the pandemic, in all honesty. And it's like, why would people care about my music during these really tough times? You know? So that's kind of why I haven't really been feeling that motivated to doing music, you know. But I love synthwave, and synthwave is the music I'm going for at the moment, my friend. I created a sort of vaporwave album not long ago, about a year ago now. But I've actually remastered it, and it's better than it actually used to be. And that exists on my SoundCloud now. I might, if you guys want to know anything about my SoundCloud, I'll quite happily give you the information. Um, I'm not very pushy when it comes to my music ability. I wouldn't say there was a big ability there, but I love playing music and I love what music can do to the mind, and I love what it can do to the spirit as well. So yeah, music to me is incredible, and well, just like it is to a lot of people. I've heard one person actually who once said he didn't like any music at all, and I was like, what? You don't like music? What's wrong with you? Literally, that's what went through my mind. And I just walked away from him. I was like, you are a strange person. How can you not like music? Like, at all? He said, I don't listen to any music whatsoever. I find all music annoying to my ears. I'm like, wow. You're annoying talking to me right now, dude. This bullshit that's coming out of your mouth. Yeah. Top 10 best Savages. Where are you guys from? And your scent of the day. Greetings from Croatia. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, as you guys know, I'm in the UK. I'd love to know where you guys are from. Some of you guys I know are from the UK, of course. America, Australia, uh, all over the world, basically. And it's fantastic because there's so many cultures, so many types of people who all have this one love, and that is for fragrance. And it's really quite special, to be honest. Glad to see you back, Matt. You tried Issy Eau Super Major. Thank you so much, Lucy and Nikolai. I have tried it. I tried it once when I was in the fragrance shop. That's a store here in the UK. And that was when it first came out. I didn't purchase a bottle of it, but I smelt it in store and loved it. I thought it was really, really nice. Just, I'll be honest, I didn't have the money to afford it. So, but would love a bottle of that someday. I mean, to be honest, I'd probably love any fragrance someday. All fragrances in my collection. So, you know, my brother says here, I also like Yo Pom. Yeah, bro. Of course. I know you do. You have your own bottle of it that I gave you. And he smells of it all the time, and, you know, he smells awesome, so. From everything you smelled, what would you consider being closest to what you call a signature scent? Well, okay, that's a very, very good question right there. Let's unlock my memories, shall we? The first fragrance for me that comes to mind, it's not a signature scent for me, but it is a signature scent when it comes to a memory of someone that I have lost in my mind and lost in my life, and that's my grandfather. He used to wear Old Spice. And every time I wear Old Spice, every time I smell Old Spice, I immediately get transported to him, his personality, the way he was with me, the way he talked to me, how I remembered him. So that for me is a very, you know, it's a very nostalgic scent. But in terms of a signature scent for me, wow. Well, a few years ago, my signature scent was Le Vetiver by Carven for a long time. I actually used one of those bottles up. I've only got a tiny bit of it left. In my review, I had 2 bottles of it, but I've used both of them up. Sadly. Amazing scent. Very inexpensive, but one of the nicest vetivers I've ever smelled. And that's a bold statement considering there's so many nice vetivers out there, but Le Vetiver by Carven was up there, and it was beautiful. So in terms of a signature scent, whenever I smell that one, for me, in terms of my love for greens and, you know, I mean, I love vetiver, don't get me wrong, but my love for greens a year ago, that was the perfect fragrance for that time. This year, however, I'm loving spicy fragrances. I'm loving anything spicy. And I've been wearing so many spicy scents at the moment that I cannot really give you an answer, to be honest, on what I would call a signature scent. Because a signature scent means one fragrance that you would wear and one fragrance that you would wear over anything else. So, yeah, I wear everything. That's the thing. I don't really have one that I love. Apart from maybe Balenciaga Pour Homme. I mean, whenever I smell that, I'm just mesmerized. Whenever I smell that from the sprayer, I'm just literally mesmerized at how well it's crafted, the smell of it overall, and the power of it. It's an Eau de Toilette from 1990 that's so powerful that you don't even get that strength in many eau de parfums nowadays. Just being honest. Yeah. So for me, it would be probably Balenciaga Pour Homme in terms of what a perfect signature scent would be for me. In terms of notes, it would be that. Patchouli, love, cinnamon, honey, lavender. What else is in there? Sandalwood, a lot of sandalwood. Bit of citruses, not too much, but the citruses are very toned down in Balenciaga Pour Homme, which I love. It's all about the spices. So that's my answer. That is my answer to you, my friend. Balenciaga Pour Homme, without a doubt. Awesome, send me the link. I want to hear the album. My synthwave is on YouTube under Edgar Friendly. Lol. Just look up Edgar Friendly synthwave. All right, buddy. I will do. Yeah. That's really awesome, man. It's really awesome. I will do. Michael Fragment says, have you bought any more Zara fragrances lately from the Metro Center? And if so, what? Wow. Yeah. You know what? I have. I've got a few Zara fragrances that
I saw a lot of people talking about on Instagram, YouTube, and I immediately went on Fragrantica, of course, because it's very reliable in my opinion. I went on there, I looked them up, and I just immediately had to have these fragrances. And should I get them? Screw it. Let's do this. So these are the two fragrances that, when I was in the last Sarah store, these fragrances blew me away. Not just with the price, but with the quality that they were. The first one was this one. And this is Unexpected Fresh Spicy. This is a fantastic fragrance. Like, I remember smelling this in store and I was like, I have to have that. I have to have that immediately. Spicy, fresh, and very unexpected. I'm not going to lie. Because when I went in there, I didn't expect this. It's basically it smells like whiskey as well. It's got like a strange concoction, alcoholic beverage sort of smell. Even though the notes are very, very simple, like very simple. There's like, I believe there's only 3 notes in this. Which still blows me away to this day, because when you smell this, it smells very complex. And for a Zara fragrance, you just can't go wrong. You really can't. So the 3 notes that you've got are literally cinnamon, sandalwood, and patchouli. Literally. And what you get out of this is basically a woody cinnamon. A very woody cinnamon with a very unique whiskey accord in there, thrown in there as well. Look at me doing a review for this. That's enough for that one for now. Great fragrance, though. In fact, that one gets compared to a niche scent, I believe. And that fragrance is Ojan by Parfums de Marly. It also gets compared to a fragrance called Hermescence Ombre Narguile. I don't even know. My French is appalling, and that's by Hermes. So forgive me. And the second one, guys, is Cashmeran. This one is fantastic. Honest to God, fantastic. When you smell this, it kind of smells a little bit to me like Tom Ford's Black Orchid, but it has a toned down, more vanilla, soft, cozy smell to it that I just really can't describe apart from that. It's a little bit smoky, but it has this beautiful cashmere note in it, which just, it's just so nice. It's like if somebody just threw a nice warm blanket over you. That's what this reminds me of. And the bottle of it's so cool. It's like matte black. We get cashmere, and on the front we get Zara. I love it. Zara really stepping up the game in terms of their fragrances. It's really fantastic. X-Ray Plays. I bet you don't know where I'm from. Yeah, I do. You're from the room down by my bedroom, because it's you, Mark. Talking about Issey Miyake, I see the queen of Issey Miyake is back too, Agnes. Yeah, Agnes is back. I think Agnes is just another person who wanted to take a break. Obviously, I can't speak for her. I don't know the reasons for her not being on YouTube. Nor do I want to get into her reasons as for not being on YouTube, because that's not my business. But I do believe she took a break. She's back, and she's been entertaining us with the music, as you guys can see. She's been writing songs about the pandemic and whatnot, and it's been really feel good. You know, she's really, boosting our spirits by the looks of things. Matt, I'm disappointed that you didn't say Ted Lapidus Pour Homme for signature scent. Well, Lapidus Pour Homme is okay. The thing with Lapidus Pour Homme is that is up there in terms of one of my all-time favorites. That was my favorite once upon a time. I remember when I sprayed that on my skin for the first time, I was like, wow, okay, this has some personality to it. This is different. That's what went through my mind the first time I smelled it. But I don't know. I think when it comes to Balenciaga Pour Homme, there's just this polished smell. And it gets compared to Balenciaga Pour Homme as well. That and Lapidus, they get compared because they both have honey in it, I think. I think honey note is what people seem to compare them both on. But I wouldn't say I wouldn't say they were identical whatsoever. They are both just very complex juices. Lapidus is a complex fragrance to the point where it's literally another personality. You don't wear it, it wears you. And you have to take that into consideration when it comes to wearing it in public. I mean, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care if people don't like the way I smell. As long as I feel good in what I'm wearing, that's all that matters. I'm not the type of guy that goes around for compliments either. I don't care about that. If someone comes up to me and says, you smell good, of course, it's going to make me feel great. But I don't beg for confidence. I don't beg for compliments. Sorry. So when it comes to smelling good, there's a difference. There's a bit of you have to keep a balance, you know. And with me, Lapidus, whenever I wear Lapidus now, I only spray it once on my neck. So there's this, so that when people smell it in public, they're getting this. What's that? You know, kind of thing. And that's what I like to do. I don't want to smell very heavy of it because it's a heavy juice, and it's very complex to the point where it's a personality in itself. So it doesn't necessarily mix with my personality that much, because I wouldn't call myself a sophisticated person. I wouldn't say that I had that much class. I wouldn't say I was a dipshit. I wouldn't say that I was a, you know, I wouldn't say that I was a duck egg exactly. But you know, I've got a brain. I know how to use my brain. So what I'm trying to say is, Lapidus is so complex to the point where it can't really do anything with my personality because it's so complex to the point where it's got a world of its own. And I have to just sort of, you know, accept that about Lapidus Pour Homme because it's amazing, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't work with me all the time. As much as I fucking love the juice and as much as I absolutely adore the blend, Martin Gras, with the creator, fantastic perfumer who he created, it's amazing. Yet it's so complex to the point where it literally can either smell really good on me or sometimes just really messy. So, yeah, I'm giving you really long answers. I apologize. My scent of the day, Rob Ripper. My scent of the day is Imaginary Author's Memoirs of a Trespasser. Oh, nice. I've been wanting to try some fragrances from Imaginary Authors for a long time, especially Falling into the Sea. I've wanted to try that one for a long time because as soon as I come across the sandy notes and the oceanic notes in that fragrance, I thought, wow, this would be an awesome summer scent. I really want to get my hands on that fragrance eventually. X-Ray Plays. Oh, that big one, is it Agua Brava? I probably spelt it wrong. Yeah, I know, little brother. You like Agua Brava, don't you? I know you do. Bless him. Jorge Santa Cruz. Greetings from Mexico. Greetings, my friend. How are you? Greetings from the UK. My scent of the day is Raspberry and Vanilla from Pocket Scents. That is amazing. Wow. First of all, I'm just going to say, what? Never heard of that. What Raspberry and Vanilla from Pocket Scents. Wow. You know, I love hearing about new scents. I really do. Are Pocket Scents on Fuganica? I hope so. No, I don't think they are. They might be. I'll have a look in a bit. I thought you was going to say Rich Woman Addictive is your second Zara fragrance. That is fantastic. I love Rich Woman Addictive. I remember when I did my Zara video, Rich Woman Addictive was up there, but Tone Indeterminate for me is still the boss of the best fragrance when it comes to Zara, in my opinion. Even though these two are really, really good, I hadn't discovered them when I did that Zara video. I wish I had, because these would have definitely been in the video, no doubt about it. Cashmere is really nice. Dries down lovely. And it's the same with the Unexpected Fresh Spicy, like, beautiful scent. So nice. Love it. I never tried a Zara fragrance before. Jorge Santa Cruz. Would highly recommend it, my friend. If you can find a Zara store near you, I'm sure they have them in Mexico, right? If they do, then I would highly recommend going to a store and checking them out, because I don't think you'll be disappointed. I really don't. Just add light. Hey, Matt, just popped in to say hello and let you know how much I enjoy your reviews. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Just Add Light. I really appreciate that. I was up, Matt. Cali Reviews. What's up, my friend? Is your relationship still strong with your American girlfriend? If so, how is she doing? Michael Fragment. Yeah, that relationship sadly ended like 3 years ago. Not 3 years ago, about 2 years ago. Yeah, it ended. I don't like to go too much into that. I don't really know how she's doing. I hope she's doing well, of course. Of course, I hope she's doing well. Top 10 best Savages. How does Versace Dreamer smell? I've never smelt it. I can pick it up for cheap. Maybe I should pull the trigger and blind buy it. Well, Versace the Dreamer is another complex fragrance. I love the fragrance. I think it's amazing. However, I didn't like it the first time I smelled it. I thought it was very unusual. I thought it had this really strange smell. It was unappealing to me when I first smelled it. However, the dry down for it is literally a dream. I think that's where the Dreamer comes from, literally. I think that's where they get the name from. Because the smell of it is literally like falling asleep. It feels as good smelling it as it does falling asleep, is what I'm trying to say. But amazing. I would highly recommend maybe going into a store and testing it out first, see what you think. The longevity is a bit funny on it as well. It's good, but it'll only get you about 6 or 7 hours. Depends on your skin chemistry as well, but it also depends on how many times you spray, where you spray, and whatnot. But yeah, just due to its reformulations and whatnot, it's not as strong as it used to be. But that is to be expected. It happens too much. Reformulations are normal, and without them, fragrances wouldn't be able to continue, basically. Do you know the Sweet Zara one, Matty, that I love? I do, Mark, and that's Tone Indeterminate, the cinnamon one that you really like. Yep. There is a store where I live. I will try. I trust you. Oh, brilliant, Jorge. I hope you get to visit it, and I hope you enjoy your experience there. I really hope that you can find a fragrance that you like as well, because the thing with Zara is they tend to release fragrances and then get rid of them completely. In fact, I did a review on Ebony Wood for my first review back on this channel. If you guys have checked that out, thank you. If you haven't, then that's okay. I did a review on that, and little did I realize that it would probably not be in the stores anymore, because I got this last year, and I didn't really take into account that it might not be available in stores anymore. So that one might not be available as far as I'm concerned. So that's a shame, because Ebony Wood's just amazing. I have to go work at 6 a.m. We'll watch the rest of your stream tomorrow. Good night, all. Awesome Sensual Eyes. Thank you so much for dropping in, and I hope you have a great sleep, my friend. Keep spelling good. Highly recommend checking out his channel as well, guys. If you haven't checked out Sensual Eyes, great reviewer. X-Ray Plays. Yep, I love that one. I know what you do. You want it on all the time? I don't mind. You smell really good with it on, to be fair. Top 10 best Savages. What is the most expensive fragrance you have? The most expensive fragrance I've ever bought was, believe it or not, Dune Pour Homme by Christian Dior. Because I got it from a Dior counter and I paid about £79 for it. So I paid like retail £80 for it, when I probably could have got it for much cheaper online or wherever else. So that was probably my biggest mistake with buying from an actual place. But at the end of the day, I wanted to get a genuine Dior fragrance. So that's why I went to the counter to get it, to be fair. I haven't come across any fake Dune Pour Hommes, so I can't say that I was exactly, snubbed with my purchase, because the fragrance itself was brilliant, and I love that scent. I've still got it to this day, and I've only used about 30% of the juice. So beautiful fig kind of fragrance. Cali reviews. Anything on your wish list fragrance wise? Yeah, I've got a lot of vintage scents in my wish list. Well, not vintage, but older fragrance releases. One fragrance that I'm looking at the minute is a niche scent, believe it or not, and it comes from a company called Laboratory Perfumes, and the fragrance is called Atlas. It's a cinnamon scent, which really intrigues me. Like really, really intrigues me. The notes in it are absolutely gorgeous. You've got cinnamon, cognac, rum, tobacco leaf, woody notes, ginger, black pepper, and hay. We also get the note of hay in there. But the scent itself just sounds absolutely incredible. It's mainly like a cinnamon and cognac sort of fragrance. So I would love that fragrance, to be honest. So that's on my wish list. Another fragrance that's on my wish list is Statement by Etienne Agner. This is a 1990s release, I believe. 1994 release. This one gets compared to Boss Spirit, I think, a really old Boss fragrance, and also gets compared to Salvador Dali's 1992 fragrance as well, which is pretty cool. Someone compares it to Tobacco Vanille, which I don't think that's a good comparison, but whatever. Yeah, there's a lot. I've got a lot of obscure fragrances that I don't really want to tell you guys, because when it comes to getting them and reviewing them, I want to make it a bit of a surprise. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to keep it as a bit of a surprise. But the two that I really want is Atlas by Laboratory Perfumes and Statement by Etienne Agner. Like, those are the two that I really want. Did you try Zara Sandalwood? No, I've never tried that one. They have a Virgin Island water cologne, Gorse. Yes, Laboratory Perfumes, they do. Haven't tried it, unfortunately, yet, though, my friend. Would love to try it, because Virgin Island water is amazing. Although a lot of people have a lot of things to say about that fragrance. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. Performance is an issue, apparently. I mean, I've had a sample of it, and it lasts okay. It doesn't really, it's not exactly, it's quite strong, I would say, for a summer scent, put it that way. I don't know why people are slating it that much. It's just, whatever. How many fragrances do you have in your collection? Tough question, I know. Well, on my shelf at the moment, I've probably got about maybe 200 to 300 fragrances on display. In my wardrobe at the moment, I've probably got another 50, maybe 60. And these are filled, the fragrances in there are still fragrances that I wear, but because of the space that I've got in my bedroom, I don't have enough space to put them all on display. Like, I've got a lot of fragrances in my wardrobe there. I can see one fragrance there, which is a Joop fragrance. I can see my bottle of Joop Go, Joop Jump is in there, and they're all just literally just packed in there. So I would say probably about 350 bottles, without a doubt. 360. Is Individual better than Joop Homme? No. Is it worse? No. It's a different fragrance altogether. Individual smells similar to Joop in a passing way, but I wouldn't call it a clone. I wouldn't say it was better. I wouldn't say it was worse. To me, Individual is it's a light, clean linen, cotton kind of scent with a slight raspberryness to it as well. With that cinnamon note, though, it's the cinnamon in Individual which gives you that Joop Homme characteristic. I would say the cinnamon is similar, but the overall fragrance is different. That's what I would say. Similar Joop Homme cinnamon blend in Individual, no doubt about it. Have you tried perfume parlor fragrances? I own quite a lot of them. Their renditions of popular fragrances are very good and very cheap. I haven't tried perfume parlor, my friend. It's the same with any sort of like decent clone company. It's like Alexandria Fragrances. I haven't tried them either. But Perfume Parlor, I've heard a lot of people talk about them, and maybe someday I will. Who knows? I'm sure I will, if they're cheap enough, you know. And I thought I had a lot because I'm almost reaching 200. Yeah, my friend, I've been collecting for a long time, but I've also given a lot of bottles away to friends and families throughout, my family throughout the years. So looking back, if I'd kept all of my bottles, it probably would have been in the thousands, in all honesty. It's quite crazy. I think I've done pretty good considering I've been collecting for this long and I've only got the amount that I've got, in all honesty. I've been collecting for about 6 or 7 years now, so. And when it's a big passion, you just buy all the time. Well, not necessarily buy, but you're very ambitious at looking at fragrances online. That way, they're in your wish list, and once you get one, it makes you happy, and because you get involved with the smell and the theme of that fragrance and how it makes you feel, and there's so many scents that give you different like different moods and whatnot. I lost my train of thought completely there. I apologize. It is an addictive, yeah. It's a massive addiction, massive addiction. Is it the worst addiction in the world? No, there are worse addictions. I'm not even going to go through them. But fragrance, it's a good addiction. I love my fragrances, just as all of you guys do too. Well, guys, it's almost been an hour of this live stream, and I just want to say I've enjoyed it. It's been great. I've enjoyed seeing and meeting all of you. Well, not necessarily seeing your names pop up, I should say, has been a real joy to see. But in terms of doing this live stream, it's been an honor. It's been a joy. And here's another question. I'll answer it real quick. Is there a fragrance you repurchased many times because it's really good and you use a lot? Yes. That fragrance would probably have to be Sung Hom by Alfred Sung. It's very cheap, and the smell of it is incredible. It's this soapy, mossy pine kind of fragrance. It's awesome. And I've just heard it's been reformulated, or it might have just gone through a bottle design. I'm not sure. But I'm sure the juice is still the same, and I'm definitely going to get another bottle of Sung Hom. It's incredible. Alfred Sung's Sung Hom. If you guys are intrigued by it, check it out. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this live stream. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for coming by and watching me through these pretty shitty times. These times that we would consider boredom and just downright painful. I can understand people's frustrations. I can understand why people are feeling crap and they just want to. I can understand why people are just feeling lonely and not good. So please, everybody, please hang in there and don't give up, because this pandemic's not going to go on for that much longer. It can't go on for that much longer. We as humans have stuff to do in our lives, and we cannot continue to worry about something like this, because worry just creates pain, physical and mentally. And when you worry, you don't get anything done. You don't know how to feel good again. And I am a doctor, but I know how it feels to feel crap, especially during these hard times. So it's in my humble opinion that I say that I am actually healthy. I'm feeling good, and I hope that you guys are feeling healthy too. And God bless to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. You're incredible. You really are incredible, and I love each and every one of you for showing the support and for basically just being there for me during these times. Thank you for that. And yeah, I'm not going to talk anymore, because this is what I was saying before about when I talk too much. So I'm going to shut up now before I get any more abusive messages. I'm taking them. I'm kidding. Yeah, have a good one, guys. I will see you all in probably in the next live stream or in the next review. There will be a review coming up tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you guys what the fragrance is going to be, but I am going to let you guys know there is definitely going to be a review tomorrow during the day. So thank you so much for watching. Keep smelling good and hang in there, everyone. You're stronger than you think. Bye-bye for now. How do I end this live stream? Okay, there it is. Bye.